Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I am the Drunk Linux User. I'm kind of back. I miss doing these videos, to be perfectly honest with you. I love doing them. I have been goofing around with different distributions again, trying to find that sweet spot. I think I found it. Now, I keep saying that, but this time I really think I did. Now, I started off going from, I don't even remember. Maybe it was Papa West last time I was here. I don't remember, to be honest. And I tried the new Ubuntu 22.10. Oh, I did try Elementary OS. It's okay. It's okay. It still has some quirks about it that it's honestly, it's just too much work within the 15 minutes, where you're supposed to play around with it. Get things set up the way you want to. It took longer than 15 minutes, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, we have a hurricane coming. So I've got the windows open. We've got a nice ocean breeze coming in. Beautiful day. So you hear all the in the background. That's not sound effects. That's the real thing, folks. All right, so I tried Ubuntu 22.10. It works really, really good. The NVIDIA drivers and the triple buffering, smooth as Windows. I promise you, it's really, really good. I still don't like GNOME. So I decided yesterday that I was going to try Xubuntu. And I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Xubuntu. And if it's Xubuntu, I just don't think that's right. Regardless, I am on Xubuntu, and that's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm sticking with. So we're coming over here. One of the things that I want to point out today is how these different distributions are presenting themselves. When you look at this page, I kind of want to see what the desktop's going to look like. Is this going to be something that I'm going to like? Well, this up in the upper right hand corner, this doesn't do it for me. So if you go down the page a little bit, and I think somewhere up and around here you can kind of find stuff too. I'm not really sure. Right here, screenshots. This probably isn't enough to make somebody go, ooh, I want that. It's themable. It is highly themable. You can see from my desktop that I'm using that it's very, very themable. And let's go ahead and bring up Thunar, which is the file manager for XFCE. And it's very Macified, and I'm using a brand new set of icons that just came out. And pretty, and fast. Oh my gosh, this thing is fast. And this isn't even on my fast SSD. This is just on my so-so SSD. So I think I'm going to be switching over to the faster one later. Regardless, if you take a look at this, it's Graybird is the name of the theme that comes with Xubuntu. This is the original XFCE theme, and it is highly usable. It really is. And the dark theme doesn't suck either. But it's just not for me, so I changed it over. And I don't know if I'm going to stick with the Mac OS theme or not, but, you know, I keep doing this kind of stuff. Well, it got me thinking, well, how are the other distros presenting themselves? So I went to Ubuntu. And it's pretty sparse. And I go down the page, and there's lots about different organizations that they're involved with and the kind of things that they do, where it can be, all the stuff. I mean, it's really great that everybody's involved with this, and it does make the experience good, okay? It really, really does. But dang, where do you find pictures of this stuff? Desktop. Ta-da. Okay, you get a video. That's nice. I'm not going to play it. You get some pictures. But man, you see, it's not intuitive. You can't just go, oh, well, that's Ubuntu. And even so, on this page, other than the video, which I'm sure that if I were to play it, you'd probably get to see a lot more of the functionality of it. But it's buried This kind of stuff needs to be on the front page, especially for new people coming to Linux. You want to grab their attention. You don't want to do this. A cloud with a dollar sign. Well, it kind of makes me think you're greedy. Moving on, Fedora honestly isn't much better either. And so we go down, 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 and I can't find anything. Additions. Let's go with Fedora Workstation. Ah, here we go. Sleek user interface. It's GNOME. And virtualization, and there you have it, folks. That's about all I can honestly find for Fedora. And that's pretty weak too. Maybe the assumption is you know it's GNOME, so you know what you're getting. I don't know, but I would think that you would want to put your own personal spin out there for everybody to take a look at. For example, Linux Mint. You go there, okay, you got a nice little picture right here. It shows you the desktop. It shows you with the menu popped open. Teeny tiny little picture though. Yet, you can go down and down, and again, we just keep going down. Alright, so now what are we going to do? We're going to go to download. Let's just take a look at what it shows for there. There we go. You have to go to the download page to see what it really looks like. And if you want to find out more about, for example, the XFCE edition, let's see what happens when we click on the picture. It just shows you a picture. Download mirrors. Again, this doesn't do an awful lot to try to make somebody think, oh, see, if you click on the picture, here you go. Now you can see it. Interesting. And again, not exactly, something to just spark you to go, oh, I like this, I like this. But they do things with Cinnamon. Again, you can see it. You don't see things with windows open too much. You do on the front page, but again, you're not punching people in the face with your distribution. Let's take a look at Endeavor. Now, before I go to Endeavor, let me just tell you, I love the people at Endeavor very, very much. I've used to deal with them quite a bit during the Antergos days. I've said that once before. And they have a beautiful website. And again, where's the freaking desktop? I keep going down. Ah, there it is, right there. So now you can take a picture of, or take a look at it, sort of, kind of. They definitely have their own theming structure in place, which is very nice. Again, downloads. Let's see, downloads and how to news, Endeavor, community, and I don't see anything here that says anything about, I don't know, media images? Let's try this. No, it's just their logo. Oh, here we go. Again, you're not punching us in the face with your stuff, all right? So let's take a look at this. All right, so that's their branding of XFCE. And they've got Light DM, Nova, Neo, wallpapers, Calamares installer. This is nice because it does give you a step-by-step. And again, the installer. And more wallpaper, but they got really cool wallpaper though. Manjaro. It's getting better, folks. It's getting better. Okay. So let's go over here to Manjaro. And right up front, they're showing you that they are on slim devices. And you kind of get to see a little bit of what it looks like on here. Linux software that you can download. Again, though, nothing that really says, what do we have here? Okay, so that's not it. Explore. Let's try Explore. What do we have? Software, packages, learn, supporters. Let's try. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's go to the download page because we found some stuff before. Here? No. Let's go back. Let's go back. Download. Button right up there, huh? Okay, here we go. Now we've got some pictures. And you can see the gnome. Again, not really, really great. But if you wanted to say, go, there we are. There we are. Again, not right in your face, but you can get to it. But you got to go through the downloads pages. I'm seeing this with a lot of websites. Seems to be a trend. Pop OS. Okay. You see Pop OS. And movies. Right on the front page. You want to see what's going on with Pop OS? Watch a movie. Really, really nice. The things that you can do with it. The computers. Okay. Again, they've got really cool graphics too, like Endeavor. And down at the bottom, you can see, for example, dark mode. You get to play around a little bit here and get to see the different ways that Pop OS can look out of the box. So kudos to Pop OS. The king of them that I found so far is MX Linux. You want to find out what's going on with MX Linux? Videos, XFCE, pictures, okay? Nice, right in your face kind of stuff. KDE, let's pick one. Let's choose this one. Again, you get to see how it looks. And Fluxbox, take a look at that. Okay, so MX Linux, I think they're doing it right, and it's probably why they're showing up as #1 on distrowatch.org. Let's take a look. .com. Okay, distrowatch.com. Right up here, right at the top. Probably because people can see what they're getting right away, right? Okay, now let's take a look at some of the competitive operating systems. So there's iPad, iPhone. This is with Apple. iPad Pro. Geez, I'm not seeing much here when it comes to computers. Let's take a look at Macs. Do they have anything here just on Mac OS? If they do, I don't see it. So let's just go ahead and go to Mac. Ooh, you get to see everything on Edge. And you get to see a little bit of the desktop. Here we go. Okay. So you get to kind of see a little bit about what the desktop looks like. Not what I exactly would call the greatest intro if you're going to be going to Apple to try to find out what they're doing. Because if you take a look at the website, again, you're not seeing a desktop. You're kind of seeing a phone and all this other stuff, but you're really not getting the immersive into the operating system kind of feel yet. When you go to Windows, now, yes, there's Microsoft.com, but if you look up Microsoft Windows, let's turn this off because there we go. Right away, you can see a couple computers and a couple people, but you scroll down just a little bit and boom, there you go, Windows 11. Like it or not, they're doing a great job of presenting their operating system in your face and how it would look on a screen. Granted, this might be all Photoshop, but just you can see everywhere you go, they're showing off the desktop what it looks like, things with, the taskbar and the search and how it looks with all the little widgets and stuff that you can put on there. They're doing it right. So I think that there's some work to be done with some of the major players. If they really want to get users, I think, just my 2 cents, I think that they need to actually just like hit you first thing as soon as you land on that page. This is our distribution, and this is what we should do with it. But hey, what do I know? I'm not getting paid the big bucks, right? Now, bonus. If you've never heard of this, it's really, really cool. It's called Nala. You can use Nala instead of apt. And it has in your terminal. Let me just go ahead and bring up a terminal. Can you see it? Now my big face is in the way. Let's move this over. Let's move this over here. Okay. So if you want to install Nala, there are instructions on this page. But this is what you would do. You put in super user do sudo instead of apt Nala update, and you got to put your password in, and look at this. How cool is that? Nice display. Now what they're showing right here is this is a progress bar that you actually get that looks like a bar and not like a bunch of asterisk stars or whatever. So all my stuff is up to date. But as you're installing things, you get really, really great information that comes through. Let's scroll down a little bit. And you can see exactly, for example, what you're purging very easily. It's not all kind of like jagged and everything that you see through the normal terminal window. So again, this is how you install it, how you use it. This is how the update rolls. It's very similar if you want to install a package. If you know what the package name is, instead of apt, you use sudo nala install and the package name. And the package can be removed by using sudo nala remove package name. You can fetch the fastest mirrors, which I really missed from using something like Linux Mint, where you could choose the mirror that you wanted to use. This supplies that for you in something like Ubuntu. So it'll give you a list, and then you can do an option. Now, I don't know why. It might just be the color scheme that they're using on their terminal here. But you just, if you want to go with the first top 4 fastest scores, you just type the numbers in. 1, put a space, 2, put a space, so on and so forth. And then it'll save it to the system, and it will know to search for those servers, those fastest server mirrors, the next time, so you're not being pinged all over the place and wondering how long is it going to take. So again, sudo nala update, you have transaction history, you can just type it in and it'll give you all the stuff that it's been doing. You can use an ID and it'll get you the details for a specific operation that you did, and they go through with with an undo, that type of stuff. It's really, really nice. I like it. It's a very nice semi-graphical approach towards adding and taking away things from your system in Linux, and it may not be for everybody. Some people may just take a look at it and go, it's all glitz and sparkle and rainbows and unicorns. I just want the nitty-gritty. Just throw that text in my face. Good. That's fine. This is another reason why I like Linux so much, is because we've got these choices, and most of them we don't have to pay for, huh? All right, so I've done another video. I'm not doing all the flash and glitz and stuff like that at the beginning and the ending. That was fun and cute and everything, but I don't see the point. Again, I'm not doing this for subscribers. I'm not doing this for upvotes. I'm not going to be an influencer. I'm just Len, your friendly neighborhood drunk Linux user. And on that note, I will repeat our words of wisdom. Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive. Don't go to Amazon, eBay, or use MS Shopping all buzzed up thinking you're going to buy the latest, greatest, and coolest stuff, because you're probably not. And in the meantime, I still got it. Bottoms up and later, dudes.